Week on college basketball. The field has been cut down. Only 16 remain. In the West, the Wildcats have been dominant not far from the desert and have continued to show flashes of brilliance. They pose many questions for opponents, but a wizard-like guard with shades of the answer will look to end their run. The Hogs will need pace and a barrage from deep to take down the Cats. The boiling locomotive is fully up to speed, and while they aren't a Cinderella, the glass slipper is in full effect as they push for a final 4 run. The Longhorns, however, are familiar with upsets as they push past the Zags and look to stun the country. In the Midwest, the Wolverines and their Giants have looked like they're on a mission, scoring quickly and relentlessly on their path to the second weekend. They will take on a Baron and his Crimson Tide squad, who, despite missing a key piece, have assaulted their first 2 opponents with a barrage of threes. A Cyclone has not been deterred by injury and blasted through Pope and his Cats, en route to a showdown with scrappy Volunteers, who pulled off the upset in round 2 and will look to cause more havoc. In the East, the Blue Devils have looked vulnerable at times, but were still able to dominate the Horned Frogs as they continue their path to the title. They'll take on a Red Storm conjured by the Godfather, who needed a win at the death to overcome a flock of Jayhawks, but have proven they can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the land. An army of Spartans who all of a sudden have began striking from deep will look to continue their march to the Promised Land. They'll match up with the Huskies, whose sharp shooting ability and physicality should make for an instant classic. In the South, Illinois' Foreign Army in orange has ravaged their first 2 opponents with their offensive ability, but will take on a Cougars squad that prides themselves on a suffocating boa constrictor style of play. The Hawkeyes took down the reigning kings of the dance in improbable fashion and will meet the Cornhuskers in a rivalry matchup for the ages after a shot at the buzzer doesn't go. The madness has just begun. March is here.
Well, sheesh.
What a recap. Yeah, what a recap, right?
I wasn't ready for
Sweet
all that.
16. Yeah.
It got me kind of hype right there, I'll be honest.
It
feel
does,
I'm ready
man.
I'm ready to march helms deep.
Yeah, right. I don't know who does that. How's it find their name? Like, their edits are fucking amazing. So,
Higher.
higher. They're probably making more money than we are. That's all right. Episode 273, Sweet 16. It's good. It's a good episode. Fitz, you got some other topics for us, I think, right?
I got a few, but we're deep in March here.
Deep in it. Deep in it.
We're deep
real
in March.
Quick, at the pub bracket, I'm getting my ass kicked, boys. It's bad. I don't know about you guys, but it's bad.
Last round, Fitz went kind of nuts. Picked Iowa. You picked everybody right. I feel like you did.
I picked Tennessee. I got Texas A&M wrong, but I had Tennessee in my Elite 8. I had Iowa in my Sweet 16.
Let's look at. We won't look at brackets, but just the group standings. Cole Raines ranked 1. Max Hollingsworth 2. Fitz, you're at 3. Slate from Beyond the Grave is 4. Kovacs 5. Farner above the grave, tied at 5. And then Larson, McNutty are at 7. And I'm down there at 9. It's bad.
And we all picked Vandy. Nobody picked Nebraska.
No,
I didn't think they would go that far.
And a lot of people had Vandy in the Elite 8. Hackey, you had Vandy in the Final Four. Tim had Vandy in the Final Four.
Yeah. Bad.
I was like, Nebraska's first tournament? No way they can go that far. I don't know. I should have believed.
I didn't think they were that far either.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vandy really fucked me.
I say we just start. Can we start with hoops?
Yeah, dude.
We just start here.
I think I sent the meme in the group chat. Cinderella's are dead. Great Whites are exciting. Iowa State, Nebraska, like these schools that aren't supposed to be good at basketball, that are traditionally not good at basketball,
Oh,
are all here. It's wild, man.
Harsh.
Well, it's the truth though. Like you don't think blue bloods in college basketball and think, oh yeah, the Hawkeyes, the Cyclones. No, it's wild. But I think what you see is, Fitz, you hit the nail on the head. This is Drake. What would you call it? Drake East, Iowa.
Drake East by 2
Drake
hours.
East by 2 hours. But like you see this transfer portal, these guys have played together, and they brought that exciting. Drake was on a roll for the past 2 years. And they brought those cats here, and like it's working out. They just beat the defending champs Florida, which I don't think anyone had Florida winning this thing again. But still, that's impressive.
I think that's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say I did notice like during the game. I remember thinking Florida's been doing so well during the regular season, and they've been mollywhopping every team. But I remember thinking like this team didn't seem as physicality dominant as they did last year. It seems like a lot more guard play, and they last year, because like my little theory from last time, physicality was the game last year, and they went to more guard play. Shout out my boy Xavier Lee from the Ivy Leagues, but somehow he couldn't get to that chip. But I guess it was written. I don't know. You remember I told Fitz he had a direct line from the Lord, or else he had like the great foresight. But
it's not true.
I remember. I think I was also playing last year. They had one shot to make it just to get a tournament bid, and I remember that last game a player was hurt. But their coach got tossed out. That's what it was. Near the end of the game, the coach got tossed out, and so like Illinois whooped them bad, and I think they're on a bloodlust hunt for possibly for trying to face Illinois again to beat them like 100, make them die by the 3, like 100-37.
Yeah, they gotta go through Nebraska too. Like it's
Mhm.
they're familiar with all these opponents.
Last year's tournament, Will Clayton Jr. I don't know. He was just hitting clutch shot after clutch
He
shot.
was the
and,
guy. Yep.
Yeah, he was the guy.
But he was like a
And,
bigger guard too. Like he had he was a football player that like could play basketball a little better.
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes these people go on runs like Kemba Walker, and like he just went on a run. He was in clutch shots left and right, and I feel like Florida had losable games last year, but like he was clutch as heck.
We lost Hacky Coach, but we're still here. So I'm trying to get we get Hacky in here again. I was gonna say, I think 2 things here. So the defending champs, as I keep an eye on Hacky, the defending champs historically don't go very far the following year, unless you're a team going for a repeat, like when Florida did it with the Joakim Noah group. They all came back. It was the same team, but it was a total changeover, and I think it's only happened like 5 times in the history of the NCAA of like the defending champ even make it back to the Final Four, like not even like repeat, but just get back. Like it doesn't happen that often.
Do you remember that year FAU won? Didn't FAU win a chip, or am I tripping?
They went to the Final
Four. Dusty May.
Yeah, Dusty May. Okay. Like, so now, like, I mean, I guess they were okay, but Dusty May took his players to Michigan. And I don't think they made it that year, but I mean, here they are now.
But that's what I was going to say. I think that's the other thing, and we can talk about when Hacky gets back in here. We can talk about the Cinderellas, but I wonder if this is the new Cinderella of like a mid-major. Like Sienna's the team to watch right now. Is like Jerry McNamara almost beating Duke, and his players looking good. And then is it Dowdy or Doty was the kind of the star of that team. Is you feel like that coach and that player, are they going to go somewhere? Kind of like what Iowa did or what FAU did. Are they going to go somewhere together and then be the team that is a 9 seed next year? Or they're a 10 seed, but now they have a little more playing field, and having better players. I don't know. I just think that's
word is on the street is Jerry got hired by Syracuse already, so that might be the move for both of them.
Yeah.
And Syracuse has some bright spots here and there. So, I mean, I guess that probably helps out a lot. And the ticker just went across my screen. Hubert Davis is out. So
really?
That's a whole other coaching carousel in the ACC. We thought Will Wade was going to be going for State, but allegedly Baton Rouge is not the right place for his family right now. Not sure exactly what that means, but that's what they said. So like you said, it will be like what type of moves these teams make. You mentioned Siena. I know there has to be some eyes on Rod Strickland and Speedy Claxton, who were former pros. Like I don't think Rod Strickland was on like a championship team, but I'm pretty sure Speedy Claxton was. I could be wrong though. At least a playoff team. So it'll be interesting to see like where they can go with the strides they made with their team. I think it was Long Island and Hofstra for Speedy Claxton. So.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to show
head coaching.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
Go ahead, Rob.
Oh, like head coaching too. Like Iowa, they had Fran McCaffrey for years. They got rid of him. They're back in the Sweet 16. Like, when's the right time to move away from your coach? And the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but definitely worked out for Iowa there.
Okay. Oh, we got Hacky back. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to fix my audio. It sounded like
we're good.
We're
we're kind of bouncing. Yeah, we're bouncing around between a lot of NCAA talk here, but I guess to kind of central it or center all this, with UNC losing, getting spoiled. Hubert Davis we just saw is gone, so he's out. And then just kind of the acknowledgement of Iowa and all these Midwest schools. This is by conference of who's still in the tournament. The ACC on the end there. They have one team left, Duke, who, again, almost got spoiled by a 16. And then we have 6 teams in the Big Ten and 4 teams in the SEC. I just wanted y'all's take. Does this surprise you at all, or is this kind of how you saw this year's tournament taking shape?
It was kind of like this last year where, like, there weren't too many upsets. Like, I mean, you still got Duke and Arizona, no longer Florida. I mean, but even then, like, they were on a thread anyway. So like, you still got a couple. You have more number ones. These were also teams that ran the regular season, except for Nebraska and Iowa. Everybody else, every game you tuned into, somebody was making highlight plays.
Yeah, I was.
Go ahead, sir.
I was just like, we grew up with the ACC dominating, like the ACC and Big Ten, like that's basketball. But this shift that we've seen the past, I don't know, 5-6 years of the SEC, Big 12 kind of coming up and growing. The Big East, I thought was all but dead. I remember like me and my pops would play in the driveway and like, hey, are we playing Big East rules? Like, are we going to go bow to bow here? Like, this is rough and tough in the paint? Are we playing other leagues? Because like that's what the Big East was known for. They're going to pound the paint. And now they've had a resurgence. So it's hard for me to wrap my head around the ACC not being top dog and that the SEC, Big 12 are here to play. Like, that's crazy. Big 10, I expect to be the top. Maybe not Nebraska or Iowa, maybe Illinois. But, I mean, overall, as a whole conference, that's a damn good conference. I just think it's a really down year for the ACC. I mean, look at Virginia. They blew that game single-handedly. Like, that was terrible. UNC, Hubert Davis, not the right man for the job. That's why he's out. So it's just, down year for the ACC.
It's actually kind of wild seeing, like, we kind of grew up with Texas being a powerhouse in college basketball and football or whatever.
Yep.
And there was a while where Texas was on down years. Like, I think last year they had a top player, Trey Johnson, who plays for my Wizards now. But, like, they were on the down year from there. And then I think there was a guy that helped take Oral Roberts when they were in the tournament. He transferred to Texas, and it didn't really help much. And now with this team, we hadn't heard a thing about. Every time we saw them during the regular season, they were, like, losing. And I don't know what type of mind game Sean Miller was playing this entire time, but it worked. Because even when you watch the game, like, even watch their games, it's just like it feels like basic basketball. They just seem to pound the paint or just be bigger than everybody else, and then they have that guy. I forgot what his name is, but like he comes off the bench and he's like a hustle player. That man's just everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I've said it before, but it's definitely a money game, and that's the reason Big Ten and SEC is on the top too. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a trend from here on out.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at the ACC, there's a lot of wealth in the ACC, right? They should be on top.
That's true.
Yeah,
Duke has a ton of money, and that's why. No, it's not. It's not always money, but it definitely helps. I guess.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I'm just saying, like, why is it not working in the ACC? Like, if you're throwing away big money, I don't know. I don't think I sent Fitz the graphic, but there's a graphic of like the top NIL spending, and it's like Michigan and Duke are the only ones left. Let's see if I can find
I'm sure the Tar Heels spend a ton of money. I think NC State does as well too, but
no,
maybe I'm not.
They don't. Well, that's the thing. I never know. We probably do. I don't see I know of the general boost for NC State, so I assume there's good money. The thing is though, when it comes to recruiting and stuff, they don't know where to put the money. Like I've seen for the past few years, even when NIL was allegedly illegal. Like the one time we recruited right with money, we're the school that gets in trouble. Like with Dennis Smith Jr., we're the ones that get in trouble for one player. And so now it's legal, they're just finding anybody like, oh man, he jumps really high. That might work. So I don't get it.
My first thought was football. Sorry. My first thought was just football. Like the big football schools, I think, are going to get more NIL money. And I don't think they have to use that to just football. They can probably spread that around. But if you're primarily just basketball, if you're UConn or if you're Duke, or North Carolina, you might not get as much NIL. You might get a lot of people that are donating for, basketball, but you're not getting the football demographic. So you're not getting all that cash.
And it's all about these TV deals too. Like, how much is your TV deal? I feel like SEC and Big Ten, they're getting more amount of money for their athletic department from these TV deals a little bit.
Oh man, it cut off. But there's our. I was gonna try to get our picks. I think I got another graphic we can pull from. I think. Let me see.
Who are the Tar Heels gonna hire though?
Shoot.
Yeah, we talked about this group. UNC has always kept in the house since Dean Smith.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at available coaches, there's I think he's the head coach for UNC Charlotte.
Wes Miller,
he's in the house, but I think so too, right? So damn, I don't know. You're gonna have to break the mold here. You're gonna have to go outside the family to hire.
Give me that Iowa State coach. I can't say his name right. Olsenberger, whatever.
That'd be a good one.
But he's established. He's. I feel like he's turned Iowa State into a program.
Would you leave Iowa State for UNC though? I don't know.
Well, it's almost I think it's the argument. It's Mark Few should have left Gonzaga. It's there are some people that actually go to a program and they turn it into. I've even wondered that with Siena. I know that's crazy thinking, but because Jerry McNamara said no, he loves the program, he doesn't want to leave. If he wanted to, he just turned Siena into a powerhouse, and then we go once we're big enough, we go join the ACC or we go join the Big East. Once we make a name for ourselves, I feel like that's what Iowa State has done because they weren't always Big 12, were they? I feel like they moved up from.
They've always been that region, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've always been with Texas and them. I will say, as a coach, it's hard because you build a program. It's hard to leave it, and especially like Mark Few for Gonzaga. That's a perfect example of he really put Gonzaga on the map. They're a blue blood of college basketball almost in a way. And it's that'd be hard to leave, but at the same time, you're talking Gonzaga money or Chapel Hill money. There's a difference. What did you do with a bunch of random Gonzaga money compared to what you're going to do with Michael Jordan backing you?
Yeah.
You've got to outweigh it. To me, I think UNC is
It's a
a better
different
job
era.
than Iowa State, but it's a different era. Yeah. Here's the
I'm
list.
obvious. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, top 5 most expensive rosters in college basketball. This was 2 days ago. Kentucky, $20 million, ranked number 1. They're out. BYU, $13 million. They're done. Duke, $12 million. They're still in. Arkansas, $11.5 million. They're still in. And Louisville, $10.5 million. They're done. So your top 5, you got 2 left fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky's spending $20 million and being bounced.
Mm.
Pope's got to go. He's not the guy. Like he was a Kentucky guy. He kept it like, hey, he's a UK fan favorite. He's not the right job. Like, not everybody can be a slam dunk alumni hire. It just doesn't happen like that.
I wonder. I know NIL's the easiest to count, but I wonder who has like the oldest team. Like, who is using the Kurt Cinetti method and getting like, let me get all the old guys, or at least guys that have been here, and just build on them.
I'm gonna get my senior scores out.
Duke kind of did it with Malik Brown, because he was at Syracuse. He was at Syracuse, but he stayed at Duke for a while. I'm trying to think who else, but $20 million for a roster, and I'm trying to think. Apparently, one of those players that they spent a lot on was Jaden Quaintance from Arizona State, and he didn't even play but like a few games because he was hurt. But they knew he was hurt coming in and still spent that money.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's that about.
Okay, I got my
Sorry.
I got my numbers out from my senior scores when I made my initial March Madness picks. This might be a segue into our picks. St. John starts 4 seniors and a redshirt junior, and I think they were the breadwinner of the deepest starting 5 as far as like their class. And they collide with Duke, who starts 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores. Oh, and since the junior got injured, another freshman. So 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores versus the seniors.
I was kind of looking at this the other day. I think Michigan has like a brand new roster from every other team in the nation. They got that guy from UAB. They got the UNC point guard. There's a bunch more, but they like kept one guy. But I know they had a new coach too, which is part of it as well.
And I think that's something else
they
to think
start
about.
2 grad students, 2 juniors, and a sophomore.
Like,
I figure out how Elliott could go, because he sucks, and he still sucks, and he hasn't shown anything. But somehow we made it to this point, and I'm wondering if it's just because of the powerhouses they have in the front court or whatever.
Yeah, he sucks, but he can dish a basketball. I'll tell you what.
And I think that's where, like, we've got to like consider, like, okay, you're an old team, but like, have you guys played and gelled together for more than a year?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you look at Duke, there's a lot of freshmen, but they've all been at Duke, minus like an acute starter. Michigan State, all 5 have played together. So like, there's so like, like
Even
yeah, you got
Iowa.
St. John.
Iowa
Iowa,
played
right?
at Drake last year.
Exactly. Yeah.
3 of them came from Drake, and with the same coach. So
yeah. So it's just kind of like, okay, like St. John. I don't know where all those guys played at. I don't have the graphic in front of me, but like, if you're that old of a roster and you've all been playing at least a year, 2 years together, like, that's fucking dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
But if this is your first year, this is your first March together, when you get punched in the face, like, how do you respond? Obviously, they responded pretty well to Kansas, but Kansas was down. So,
sorry, go ahead. My bad.
No, I don't even think the Purdue team, like Trey Kaufman has been there a while. Braden Smith has been there a while. Of course, Lawyer has been there a while. So that's 3. And I know, like, they've stuck to the plan for a while now. But I feel like it makes a marginal difference, because whoever has to come in off the bench, like, they don't really, I don't think I've seen them before, or maybe I could be wrong, but Purdue pretty much keeps the same method as well.
yeah.
I think you just need a head coach that can balance this NIL area, because you got to balance transfer portal. Like, do I want a top 30 recruit that's just going to transfer out in 1 year? I don't know. Got to balance it, and like, these coaches are balancing it well, and that's what UNC needs.
Yeah.
Can we
All
make
right, I guess
picks?
let's do our picks. Yeah, let's do our picks.
Yeah, I don't have the graphics kind of like cut off unless I use a.
You
Hold
could
on, I
you
can-
could resize it real quick
Yeah. Well, let me try. Let me try this.
because you don't want to add a new
Producer-
graphic. Don't do that.
Producer
Hey!
fits. It cuts off though a little bit.
That's all right. We can make it work. Let's roll
You
with it.
like it? You like it?
I like
Lord.
it.
I see it. Oh,
Get me 6 to midnight. All right,
Okay.
Duke and St. John's. I'm backing Duke. I think we saw the holes in the armor. We saw them get really exposed, but their center's back. Like there's some hope coming. They finally turn around TCU. They got it rolling. They got back in their rhythm. I think St. John's can compete with them because they're older, but give me Duke and give me the over.
I'm gonna take St. John's and I'm gonna take the under. I think this is gonna be another defensive game. If Rick Pitino has anything to do with it, he's not gonna let John Shire get over on him.
That's true.
So, and I feel this used to before, like back in the day, I feel like this used to be like somewhat of a matchup type deal, like not like Duke and Michigan, but you got Duke and like the boys playing street ball or whatever, something crazy like that. So
Yeah,
I think Rick Pitino can do it, and DC too. Yeah, I think he's gonna do it.
The under's over under 141.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under.
Okay, so I'm writing down everything you and me go opposite on, and we'll see who's standing here. All right, Devon took St. John. He took the under. All right, Rob, what you got?
okay. Give me Duke. I think they got their one. I don't know. You always have that one bad game in the tournament. I think they got out of the way. They're freaking rolling. Give me Duke. Having that center back is a big deal too.
Yeah, he looked out of sorts, but I think it's part of it. Like you haven't played in a couple weeks.
Yeah, is Caleb Foster coming back or no?
They've worded that so weird. I don't know. Like I would think he's done for the year, but they're like for the immediate future. It's like, what the fuck does that mean, John? That's not real.
I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think so either. But the way they word it, they didn't rule him out. You know.
But see, like Caleb Foster, like you remember he was hurt his first year. I don't know if this aggravated or what, but
That is true.
I pray to God Duke loses, but
I'm picking St. John's.
Okay.
This is the matchup I wanted. I originally had St. John's winning this in my bracket, and I changed it just because I'm like, everyone else is gonna have Duke going super far. Might as well. But honestly, this is the matchup I wanted Duke to have because St. John's is just they're older, they're stronger, they're bigger. I think if they don't win, they at least beat Duke up, and Duke's got to turn around and play somebody like in the next, the same weekend. So I don't think Duke makes it out of this weekend. And I kind of like St. John's to beat them. But even if St. John's doesn't beat them, I think they beat them up pretty good. But I'll take St. John's.
you got Rick Pitino as well.
I just think he might have them.
Wouldn't it was great? Duke's the number 1 overall win team. Look at that pool. Tell me you wouldn't cut your nuts off to be under the pool. Like, are you kidding me? St. John's, Michigan State, UConn. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, they got kind of screwed.
Yeah, you got 3 legendary coaches, and you're John Shire. You're like, what the fuck did I do, man? Who did I piss off? All right, Michigan State, UConn. I like the Sparties. I think I originally picked UConn to win this, but just watching Michigan State this past weekend, Tom Izzo's got those boys rolling. They're humming. We saw the highlight video at the beginning of the show that they're hitting things from deep that they haven't done all year. Like things are just clicking. Give me the Sparties.
Yeah, I guess we're going the opposite this time. I'm going UConn randomly pull it out. Even though I want Michigan State to win, I feel like because Michigan State shooting was spotty, Dan Hurley's going to find a way to exploit that and give UConn the win just to get that rivalry going back to possibly St. John.
135 is over under. Demonte, where are you leaning?
Ooh. Under for the same reason with the spotty shooting.
I would have said the over too, man. We're duking. All right.
Give me Michigan State. There's just something about Duke and Michigan State meeting in the bracket every year.
Well, what's gonna happen when they both lose, Rob?
That's true, Fitz. That's true. Can I see that puppy?
That's Crash.
I got UConn.
Oh, sweet
He
puppy
was
dog.
downstairs eating. He just heard voices, so he had to be on screen.
No, I got you. Give me Michigan State though. I think it's a tough one. I think it's gonna be a battle, but give me Michigan State.
I got UConn, and I actually have UConn going to the. I have them in the championship. I have them runner up this year. It's Dan Hurley, and the one thing that I think Duke is lacking, I don't think John Shire has the spark that Dan Hurley has. I'll be honest.
He's not fucking crazy.
And even if they, he might not be. Yeah, Dan Hurley's really crazy, but no, I got UConn making it through this entire region.
Can we just take a moment to realize Devontae's wearing a quarter zip with the button down?
Bro, I came in and immediately started on the project, and I never took my work clothes off.
I'm here for it though. I like it.
Look, it's even worse. It's not even a quarter zip. This is a cropped sweater with a polo up underneath because it was cold.
Let's go.
Heck yeah.
You gotta dress up for work, or you gotta put a nice.
No, I had on a polo and it was cold, and this was in my desk, so I just threw it on.
I got you.
I like that. Iowa, Nebraska, the Cornageddon, the rivalry match that we didn't know we needed.
Cornageddon, damn it! I should have made a graphic.
Yeah, right.
Fear the ear.
Fear the ear.
Right?
Cornhuskers. Dude, I didn't think Nebraska would be this far. Give me Iowa.
Nobody did. Nobody picked Nebraska in our damn pool.
Somebody did.
And if someone did it in our pool, we'd be like, "You fucking idiot!" And now
we all
picked
Vandy, and we all look like dumbasses.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Iowa. My bad. I thought you picked Iowa. My bad.
No, we all picked Nebraska over.
We
all picked Vandy over Nebraska.
Yeah, stupid.
I'm not changing. Give me Iowa.
Going opposite again. I'm going Nebraska. I can't count out Fred Hoiberg anymore, nor the power of friendship and sonship.
Friendship.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing bringing them by, because they really do play well together. They're a well-oiled machine together. One of the few teams I've seen in this playoff where they play well together. So, give me Nebraska on this one.
Okay. Who's that guy from Iowa who plays the whole game, every game?
Bennett Sturts.
Simmons.
At what point does he get tired? Oh crap.
Is like Kevin Gates? You don't get tired.
He's my favorite player in this tournament.
He came from Drake too, right?
Yes, he did. He's doing the same thing at Drake too.
Mm-hmm.
This one's really tough. Give me Nebraska.
By the way, they split the series this year.
They did.
I
was about to say that.
Iowa 2-point win, and then a Nebraska 9-point win, but it was in overtime.
Yeah, both games were close. I was gonna lift that up.
132 is over under. I'm taking the over.
Yeah,
the sad thing is, I like Nebraska. Watching them the first game, I was just like, man, I should have put them further, because I had slept on them. Yeah. So man, this is my matchup. I'm really pissed I didn't make a graphic. The corn would have been great. We could have got Field of Dreams or something.
Yeah.
Purely because I think this is Larry Bird 2.0. I'm gonna take Bennett Sturts. I think Iowa keeps it going. Who was also what is it? Missouri Valley Conference.
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah, Missouri Valley Conference Players of the Year. I'd be curious how many of them went to the NBA. I know Larry Bird did, obviously. Be curious where Bennett Sturts goes.
Yeah. Illinois, Houston. On this side of the bracket, this is the one game I'm like, I really don't care.
Oh,
that sounds bad. I know. There's something about Illinois I'm not sold on. There's something about Houston I haven't been sold on all year. I'll take Houston because they should win.
Yeah, I'm going to take Houston here. There's no reason for Illinois. They, like the intro said, Illinois has been a great offensive team. Defensively, they haven't since what's name? Io that plays for the T-Wolves now.
Yeah.
They haven't been good at that played. So yeah, give me Houston.
I picked Illinois in my bracket. I'm gonna stick with Illinois. Something about like Houston this year. I just feel like they're not the same teams last year, but they got Sampson, so good coach. But give me Illinois.
Man, that Robert said everything perfectly. That was perfect. Don't need to say anything more. Houston's been my dog for the past like 2 or 3 years. I've been waiting for Kelvin Sampson to get there, and I don't think this is the team. I think the Houston teams the past couple years have been better.
Yeah.
I don't think I think Illinois actually wins this one, but I hope for Coach Sampson and the program, it's like the last hurdle, and that maybe next year is the reload and make a run year. But I say that, and I could see Houston doing it with the team that's the least likely. So
Yeah.
I'll stick with Illinois, but I wouldn't be upset if Houston makes a run.
Arizona, Arkansas. I mean, you got Calipari. It's in March, Sweet 16. This is where his story ends every time, right? He doesn't get past here.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Arizona. Give me the Wildcats. This is arguably the best team playing right now.
I don't know. I think today's the day because it is Calipari, but this is also Arizona too.
Wow.
Near the tail end. Give me Calipari to seal the deal.
Wow.
What's that freshman's name for Arkansas? A Cuff? Is that right? Cuff. He's cracked, but give me Arizona.
He's crack.
He is crazy.
He could pop off though. Like he signed like a Reebok deal already for the NBA. He's nuts.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the other one, similar to Nebraska and not picking them to go further. I'm really bummed. I should have put Arkansas in the Final Four. They're way better than I thought they were. So I'm going against my bracket. I think Arkansas wins this one.
Okay.
Except Calipari, if he's wearing that picnic blanket jacket again, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
All right, Texas, Purdue. I'm going to say something, and I'm probably going to catch some flack, especially from Fitz here. Texas at 11 seed, not a Cinderella. I don't care what people say. It's Texas. It's the Longhorns. That's not a Cinderella to me. That's just point your swords at me, whatever. Put me against the wall.
Well, it's like
Purdue.
UCLA did the same thing.
Years back. Yeah. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. It's like
or North Carolina, like when North Carolina was an 8 seed.
Right.
It's like it kinda,
but not really, right?
NC
You're
State, I
not
give the
by
nod. When State did it, I give them the nod because that was they had to win the ACC to even get in.
I agree with that.
But
I'll take Purdue. Purdue's the most. I told you guys that's the team I've been eyeing since the Big Ten tournament. Like, fuck, these boys are good. So I'll take Purdue right now.
I don't know what happened, but who was the last team Purdue played?
That's a great question. Miami.
It was Miami.
Yeah.
So somehow Miami forced more turnovers in one game than Braden Smith had like all season. Like he had only had at most 3 a game or something like that.
Yeah.
But they forced I think 4, maybe 5, because they forced 4 within the first half. So I think with that game film and Texas not even really supposed to be here, I think this might be a better game. But hell, I'm gonna go for it. Give me Texas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Monte.
I'm being disrespectful. Somebody's gonna fall. Somebody's got.
Going back to that one topic, Fitz is going to give NC State the pass, but they've won 2 national championships. Texas hasn't won anything, so
Hook 'em, or is it hook 'em? Hook 'em.
Who has a better history though, NC State or Texas? NC State.
In the
I was
regular
just saying,
probably
but
Texas.
Did
I mean,
Texas did Texas have to win the conference tournament to get in?
No, I agree. It's not really an upset, but give me Purdue.
I'm gonna take Purdue, and I just they've had a history of bad beats, but I think they're focused this year.
Braden Miller's gonna crack too.
Yeah, he is. All right. Michigan, Bama. Give me Michigan next.
Sheesh. Is this football?
Yeah, right. That's what it kind of sounds like. I'll take Michigan though. I think Michigan. I don't want to say blowout, but the spread is 9.5. I think Michigan wins by 11 or 12.
That's a good take.
Nate Oates in March. Give me Michigan.
Give me Michigan as well. It's kind of weird seeing all these football schools in the Sweet 16.
That too.
Arkansas. Is Darren McFadden there? Yeah, I'll also take Michigan. I'm pulling for FAU. There's an FAU owl in the Michigan team right now.
FAU,
That was corny, but that's my team.
And last but not least, Tennessee, Iowa State. I like the way Tennessee's playing physically. They're physical, man. I like the way they get down there, man. Channel man John Gruden.
They're big.
They're big, man. Iowa State, though, they're just they really turned the ball over against Kentucky. They should have lost that game 20 times over. I think they had more, like they had 15 plus on turnover or something ridiculous, and they were down by 15. Like it was their stupid ass number. Give me Tennessee. I think Tennessee's hot. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do it.
We're gonna align on this one too. Give me Tennessee.
Bet.
Iowa State's best player. He's been out for a while, right? What was his point? What was that point guard's name? He's been out for a while.
Payman Lipsey, and then there was Milos. Long name.
I'm kind of trolling, but Iowa State's head coach is on his way to UNC, so give me Tennessee.
Oh my gosh.
I like it. You going Tennessee too, Fitz?
This one's tough. In my bracket, I had Tennessee.
Do it for Dolly.
But again, I've been impressed with Iowa State. Their defense has been good. The one challenge in this one is Iowa State starts 3 guys 6'5" or under. Like a 6, I think they have a 6'1" guard, a 6'3" guard. Tennessee has 3 guys they start over 6'10". Like they're just big, man. They're big, and they just disrupt. They just disrupt everything.
Fast.
And Rick Barnes has turned Tennessee around. So
yeah, he has.
I would take Tennessee, but it's tough. It's really close.
Man. All right. What else you got, producer?
Well, we got women's.
Woo!
I don't think we need to predict Sweet 16, but I'm curious who y'all think will win this tournament. I put a bet down. I wasn't planning to put a bet down today, but I always check odds, and I couldn't believe I had to rub my eyes. Like, are you kidding me? The odds for the women's champion. So I hedged it. I saw South Carolina and Texas both had like plus 700, plus 800 odds at this point, which is
Hecky placed a bet in Pub Sports Talk.
It's unheard of. That's unheard of.
Yeah, South Carolina and Texas both plus 800. It's obviously UConn's your number one, right? But there's something about Dawn Staley down there in South Carolina, down in Columbia. It's just like you don't go against
licking her
Dawn.
chops. She's licking her chops.
And I think
she
this
wants
is what
revenge
Dawn wants
after last year.
That she wants revenge, and plus she's like, you're the 4th highest team to finish 4th. Like she get that chip on her shoulder. That's something about Dawn when you get her a chip. Like she's fucking going. I'll take South Carolina. I'll take the Cox.
And it's similar like Florida last year. Like Florida had Clayton, right? Who did UConn women have? They had Paige Beckers, who's the best player in the tournament. They don't have Paige this year. Like I don't know why.
Bud and Sarah Strong though.
They're not the same team. They're good.
They're
good. Don't get me wrong.
The thing about UConn, like they have 3 people leading for the player of the year. So they have 2 of the best players in the country. You know
But
what I'm
it's
saying?
based on what? They've played in the Big East. They played DePaul. They don't have the if you look at Texas's resume, like they beat UCLA, they beat South Carolina. Like they've battled a lot of these big teams.
That's a
Where
point.
UConn's undefeated, but they haven't really matched up against anybody.
But didn't they play UCLA? I'm almost positive.
Maybe they did. If they did, it was back
They
in
played
like December.
They played 2 seed Iowa and they beat them by 30. I looked at it earlier today.
Okay.
But you've got like 2 player of the
No,
years.
UConn's good. It's just I'm surprised that you would give them minus 200 odds at this point. I think that's what I was most surprised by.
Yeah.
Because that'd basically be like saying, like in the men's, it'd be giving the third or fourth best teams plus 800 odds at this point,
Right.
which is
right.
unheard of. Like it'd be like saying, oh, Michigan's plus 700, and Houston's plus 800 at this point. It's like what? Like that's probably what they're giving Iowa or what they're giving one of these lower men's teams.
Yeah.
I give it to you. I don't see how you would bet against UConn. I mean, I get what you're saying, them playing in the Big East, but it's always been like that. Like they've always played these teams. So I don't know. But I will say seeing Texas and South Carolina have even odds is kind of crazy to me. To me, this has been a South Carolina down year. Texas is on an up year.
Yeah.
But they still have them on the same. I'm surprised they don't.
Texas is just unproven.
Brandon, they don't have Texas at plus 600.
Yeah.
Texas at 700, 800. That's interesting.
I don't think Texas has been to a Final Four, and it's been a minute. I think that's part of it. The one that I'm upset about is UCLA is probably going to win it this year, and so I hedged the two, but I'm looking at it like, man, UCLA had plus 400, and they're actually they're pretty deep too.
Give me UConn. I feel like in women's basketball is a little different. You get that one dominant team, and I feel like they're just dominant. They can't be beat.
I like that.
They can be beat. Oh, puppy. Who's the puppy pulling for?
I don't know. He's trying to get
Huskies
behind the door.
It's Huskies, yeah.
Fitz, what if you did a parlay for Texas women's in the Final Four and Texas men's in the Final Four?
That's terrible. No,
That's terrible.
That's awful. That's how you lose money.
It could happen.
It could happen.
We got what are we on, random question, or you got something else for us, producer?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I mean, there was baseball, but we don't need to talk baseball.
I did real quick.
Yeah.
I got a bet. This is from Beyond the Grave. I picked up my Ouija board. I summoned the great baseball god here, Devin. I obviously tried to talk, see if we could set up some type of communication for the afterlife with him and Chuck Norris, but he couldn't. But he did text me. He said, Tyler O'Neill, opening day home run, bet it. Lock of the century. So
I wish I was quicker. I had the graphic for that too.
There it is. Yep. There he is, right in the middle.
I couldn't get there quick enough. That's one of my favorite graphics all time.
I got to put Chuck Norris on there. Tim commented on today's post. He said fire emoji. He's still figuring out how to use the keyboard. But yeah. But Tyler O'Neill, opening day home run. That's what we're going with. Bet it.
Okay. Here's your opening day is Thursday. Here's your
soccer. Dodgers and Yankees. Wow.
Dodgers, Yankees are your leaders for the way too early bet. The way too early bets.
Look at those odds. Plus 340, plus 700, plus 1100. Like, get the fuck. It's who are spending
Yeah, I know.
money.
Like you could bet on South Carolina women for the same amount as the Yankees.
Crazy. Crazy.
Easy
I will say I like the Marlins have been the Mariners producing fire on social media. If you guys don't follow them, follow them. They it's like old school ESPN Sports Center commercials they're putting out. You need to watch them. They're fucking great.
And don't bet on the fucking Twins. They traded away their entire bullpen.
Fucking Minnesota.
They piss me off.
Minnesota.
Oh, I have
about
one
the-
more thing we need to talk about this.
Give it to me.
Did y'all watch this flag football nonsense?
I didn't. I watched the highlights.
Where do you even watch the games? Like, how do you watch?
They got it on YouTube.
Oh,
You can watch it on YouTube. Like the full, it's like 45 minutes for. I think there were like 3 teams. There was obviously like the USA flag football team, and then there were like 2 teams, like mostly of NFL players, but they also featured like Speed and Logan
Speed.
Paul and some other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
they had
Um,
Speed playing corner. Speed was going stride for stride with Devontae. Crazy.
I watched the whole thing. Logan Paul was getting roasted the whole time.
I did see that. I love that too. By the way.
Me too. I was like, heck yeah. It's
You
him
know-
and Kuechly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kuechly.
I felt
Yep.
bad for Keek. Man, Kuechly, you could tell after they scored, like after the flag team scored and they stopped US, you could tell Keek's like, all right, I'm gonna shut these guys up.
Yeah.
And he got penalized. He's like clamping them. Like he was
Hmm.
killing them. And because of these pussy rules, sorry, that's what they are. I experienced the same thing I'd played Ultimate Frisbee for a little bit. I was like, why are these rules like designed by pussies? Like, why is this such a pussy sport?
Yeah.
And I feel the same with this flag thing. Is like Luke Kuechly, he was clamping these guys and he was just drawing a penalty every time. I don't know. It's just like if this was the playground, like if this is 2-hand tag,
It's different.
He's after you. It's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the fact that it's these flags, you just.
And I hate it because like I talked my shit when the quarterback came out and said, you know, I'm better than Patrick Mahomes and whoever. It's like,
Mhm.
no, you're not, dude. Like, like yeah, all right, you beat them. Congrats, but like these guys, they tried. Obviously, you watch, you know, even Joe Burrow, Tom Brady, they were fucking going. They were getting everything they could.
Well,
But, like,
I
they-
want to say this: the proof that when you can't pull Tom Brady's flag,
Yeah,
I think that invalidated everything.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
when
That's what I was gonna
Brady
say. Yeah,
when Brady juked him and threw a fucking dart to the corner,
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, like
Yeah,
what are
get outta
y'all
here.
ain't on the same level.
Yeah. Like give these guys some like a month to train together. I think it's a different story. You get them to actually understand the rules, different game. But like it, you know, it is what
They
it is.
don't need
Congrats
to.
to them.
Because it's a pussy sport.
Yeah. Well, no, I do like that take.
I feel like the NFL didn't take it seriously too. And like, you don't need Tom Brady out there as your quarterback in the Olympics. You need like a Lamar Jackson. You need to be shifty. Like Tom Brady's probably. You need some shifty ass quarterback out there.
Yeah.
Well, I was disappointed when the U.S. flag team had that other guy out there who was clearly just the quarterback, like just the guy who's gonna throw it. They weren't like daring him to throw, and I would have just been sitting back, like go ahead and throw it. Like I don't know, I just feel like they were letting him make those little dinky passes, and it was silly.
If you got Logan Paul on your team, you're obviously trolling and not trying that hard.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
True. All right.
Random question.
Yeah, what's our random question? I know Richie had one.
I don't know if y'all want it though.
Give it to us.
I got a
If
graphic
you
too.
want, let's see the graphic.
Richie teased me. This is a throwback to our.
Oh, is that McNulty?
This was the John Bowl, but I was thinking Papa John's because you had a pizza question.
If you had to build your own pizza, how many toppings you putting on there, and what kind of toppings you getting?
Wait, you said what?
So build
If
our own
you're
pizza.
building your own pizza, what type of toppings you put on there, and how many toppings?
All right. I'm clear the paint. I'm going first, and it's a hot take. So fucking buckle up.
I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna say it, and I know right at the bat I'm gonna turn people off. Thin crust. Give me thin crust. I like the crunch.
Okay.
Give me that. Give me that shit. All right.
Okay.
You're gonna give me some sausage, pepperoni, a little bacon, like the 3 meats. Trifecta, three meat goes.
How's the thin crust gonna hold all that?
Don't fucking worry about these questions, Fitz. It just does. All right. I've had it. Give me some black olives. Give me some jalapenos. Give me pineapple.
Thin crust ain't gonna hold all that.
I've had it.
That's a great
Domino's will hold
combination,
it.
though. I don't hate the combination.
Okay. Crash likes it.
Oh, puppy.
He's mad because I won't throw the chip bag.
Yeah, I'd be mad too.
That's what he's staring at. Like I pushed it on the floor, and he keeps going back to get it, and I just push it on the ground. Oh, is it my turn for pizza?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So since I don't eat like beef or pork. I'm in the turkey pepperoni, but it's still fire to me. But anyway, I'll go thin crust because I do like the little squares. I ain't gonna lie, because I can eat a whole pizza more if it's in squares than I can if it's in a triangle. I know.
Get it.
I can notice
Get
that.
it.
I'm like if it's a large pizza and the squares is over with,
and you don't feel as bad.
No. So we go thin crust, cheese, turkey pepperoni, jalapenos, mushrooms, maybe some black olives if I'm feeling a little healthy. And some onions.
Ooh, I like a little onions in there.
All right, just regular crust. I'm a huge fan of the mellow mushroom crust. If I could pick one, they kind of have a bigger crust, and then they've got the cheese like on it, like the little whatever I guess it's just Parmesan.
More garlic on there.
Yeah, I think some garlic on there too. Yeah, like on the crust. Yeah, I'm a sucker for pineapple on pizza. But my number one topping is mushrooms. I like mushrooms on pizza. I don't really know about like combination. I think you could do a lot of different things. If I want to get crazy tonight, I'll do mushrooms, pineapple, and why not jalapeno?
Yeah.
If that's a crazy combination.
I like it.
Fitz knows me. Jalapeno is a must.
I feel like double jalapeno.
Double jalapeno. They gotta be pickled though. No
maybe
fresh
triple.
jalapeno.
Maybe triple.
Oh, you don't like a little fresh?
I'm kind of wild. Give me some anchovies on there. Jalapeno anchovy.
Bro, is that a real thing?
I'm out, dude. No.
You can anchovies with anchovies on it.
No.
I've never seen that in real life.
That's disgusting, man.
I actually got one in my kitchen right now if you want to see it. But
No.
I didn't think that was a real. I thought that was for cartoons.
You're trolling, right?
No, I swear to God, I'll show you the pizza right now.
I'm out. No, don't do it.
Okay, sounds good. But anchovies, jalapeno.
That's fucking.
I didn't know that was a real thing. What the hell?
You get a little salty on there. It's freaking correct. It's good. It's good. Try it.
Dude, we made our own Caesar dressing with them. Can't do it.
All right, y'all want to see our guest? Y'all want to see our guest for next week?
See our guest.
Just kidding. That's not our guest.
Smolder.
That's Rob's.
Yeah.
That's Rob's brother.
Yeah, who the fuck is that guy? Oh no.
That's still my contact photo for Robert.
All right, play the outro. We're done. What are we doing?
Every time he calls me, that's
Dude,
what shows
upset
up.
Hacky over the anchovies. I'm not.
It really did, man. Plus, I gotta take a piss. So.
All right,
Hey, you guys like kombucha?
Yeah, I do. I'll make it.
You make kombucha,
Apparently,
Yeah.
you're supposed to drink casually.
and you like kombucha?
Yeah, I love it. If you're
Kombucha
ever in
mouth on
Nashville-
these nuts.
Oh God, you got me. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
Good shit.
Played my outro.
That
Dang
was
it,
good
you
end.
never
That was
played
good
my
end.
dang outro. Sorry. All right, pizza, everybody.
Good job, boys.
Later.